July.
Okay, I call to order this May 16th, 2018 meeting of the Wheaton Park District Board of Commissioners. Mike, will you call the roll?
Yes, sir. Commissioner Morrow. Commissioner Mee. Commissioner Kelly.
Here.
Commissioner Hodgkinson.
Here.
Commissioner Fahey.
Here.
President Vyers.
Here. We're opening with a presentation today, Mike.
Yes, sir. We have our green team here with us today. Justin Kirtland, I believe, is the appropriate person, our green superintendent at the mighty Arrowhead Golf Club, who sits on our green team, who will be making an introduction. With us today also, just to steal a little bit of Justin's thunder, is Kay McKean, the executive director of DuPage Scares, Amy Grant, DuPage County board member, and Mary Mitros with the DuPage County Stormwater Department, all here on behalf of the Wheaton Park District Green Team today, and we thank you. Justin?
Commissioners, thank you. I'd like to first start by thanking everyone for coming tonight, and a special thanks to the Parks Department, Rob Spurl, Steve Hinchy, and Brian Morrow for helping the Green Team gather all the information to put this presentation together, along with the criteria for the water quality flag. They were instrumental in putting everything together. To start, how to earn the water quality flag. Host an employee training session, install a rain barrel at your building, participate in 2 activities that improve water quality, create a PowerPoint with photos to document your actions. Our water quality flag journey. Parking lot improvements and shoreline restoration represented by a significant water quality improvement. You have some before and after pictures of Northside Park, Elliott Lake, and Ratchie. These are 3 of our fabulous parks we have with the Park District. Hopefully everyone's been there. Over time, they had deteriorated. The Park District identified the deterioration of these shorelines and recognized they need to fix them to ensure water quality. Wait, don't go yet, don't go yet. Being a part of this green team and a part of this project, it forced me, being a kind of a resident, unincorporated of Wheaton, to go to these parks more. Not that I didn't before, but being a part of this brought my daughter, who you see there, Ivy, to the new Ratchie Park after the renovations, and had a blast doing it. Onward. Permeable pavers. The Park District has identified that permeable paver is the future. There is only good that can come from impervious surface, or pervious surfaces, I should say. Cosley Zoo, Northside Park, Prairie, Lincoln Marsh, and Ratchie. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's more to come as we move forward to increase our water quality and impervious surface. Dogs like water too. Mary Beth, this is all her. I'd like to also thank Mary Beth for helping putting this together. Her dog on the left, and then my dog in the middle and right. Dogs like water too. We want to keep it healthy for them as well. At this point, I'd like to introduce Kay McKean from Scares. Come on up.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
So fun to be here. You know, when I came here for your Earth Flag ceremony, I told you guys how amazing your staff is, and you already know that. I know that you know that. But I work with a lot of different groups, and it is really true. It's not just because Wheaton's my hometown. I mean, really, you have a great team, and what I really appreciate about your team, not just their enthusiasm for learning and those kinds of things, but Justin came out and helped us with a workshop to help spread what he's doing at Arrowhead Golf Club to help other golf courses and park districts and citizens. He came to Cantini and gave a presentation to teach others and help. He's doing this work, he's figuring it out, and he's helping to share that. It makes the Park District look good. Yes, he's a great representative, but how wonderful to share that, you know? I have 2 grandsons who live here in Wheaton, and one was just at the Lincoln Marsh, and he was there for a wetland study and all the critters. He took notes. He talked about it for over 2 weeks. I had to call Tara and say what a fabulous time he had. And today my youngest grandson was at Cosley Park, so I was telling Sue, where are you there? that he has not shut up, and that's great for 3, but you guys have a great team all across. Some things that are not mentioned in your water quality flag is you have worm power going on at your golf course. So rather than chemicals, fertilizers for our golf course, worm power is increasing the depth of the grass, right? The roots, and so then it will need less water, and it'll be really healthy. And so Justin is eager to experiment and try new things. And then this is the 18th year that we've had the native plant sale. And the native plants, of course, we need the native plants, we need the root systems for the native plants. So besides the permeable pavers and besides those things, there's just ongoing education, and Rob does a great job, and Rita helps count all the money. And I mean, it is a huge group effort here, and it's just such a joy to work with everybody on your team. You guys should, I know you're proud of them, but maybe it's nice to hear from somebody else. So Scarce has the great opportunity and privilege to work with people like that. And then Amy Grant is here, and Amy Grant, as you know, is a county board member. She's chairman of the environmental committee at the county board, and she serves on the stormwater committee as well.
Board members, thank you for having us. Yes, it's an honor to be able to give this water quality flag to you all and everyone that has worked on it. I live near Northside Park, and yes, I have a dog, and we enjoy that. We enjoy that park, and it has, I've lived there for, 20-some years, and it has a tendency to flood in that area. It's right next to the swamp. And with the permeable pavers, I think that you've all probably have recognized a difference in your overflow. So this is, of course, we live in Wheaton. This is a great, wonderful place, and we have a good park, and I'm glad that you worked hard to acquire this flag. Thank you.
Guys, you need to know that this flag is unique to DuPage County. There is no county, there is nobody who has a flag like this. Mary, you designed this flag, and we're going to face which way? Sideways?
Yeah.
Camera lady. Hold it out. So this flag is unique, and it's really quite a beautiful flag. A lot of us right? It's so nice to see there. Whoa, there we go. There we go. Congratulations. It's beautiful, huh, you guys?
Get in there.
What you need to know about it is DuPage County has 3 main watersheds, and there are 3 waves here to go with each of the Salt Creek East Branch of the DuPage and the West Branch. So it is unique and perfect for our county. And green team, thank you, really.
Thank you, Kay. Thank you.
That's right. Great. That's all. That's why I put it. Because of anything else.
All right. Maybe only half a dozen.
Let's get a lot of them.
They're pricey.
When they're made just
Any commissioners have comments about this that they'd like to?
You're all doing a great job. Thank you for that commitment.
Well,
Kay and Amy, thanks for coming.
and I want to thank Kay for all of her assistance to the green team, because I know you've been helping them too. So we,
It's a joy. Have a
okay,
great evening.
thank you.
Thank you.
That's great, Ed. Okay, let's, no other comments, we'll move on. Is there any community input today?
I believe so, sir.
Nope, okay. Let's move on to the consent agenda. Does anybody have a motion ready?
Yeah, I'll do it. Move to approve the consent agenda as presented, items A and B. A, approval of the disbursements totaling $1,171,565.21 for the period beginning April 11, 2018 and ending May 8, 2018. And B, approval of the previous board meeting minutes. Sub A, April 18, 2018 regular meeting minutes. Sub B, May 2, 2018 buildings, grounds, and finance subcommittee meeting minutes. And sub C, amendment to annual board meeting calendar. August 15 meeting, the August 15 meeting is changed to August 22nd, 2018 for info.
Second.
So we have a motion by me, second by Fahey. Any discussion? Mike, would you call the roll?
Commissioner Morrow?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Hodgkinson?
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey?
Yes.
President Vires?
Yes. Okay, we'll move on to our annual meeting, item number 1. Somebody have a motion ready?
I'll move to approve election of officers for the Wheaton Park District. We have President, Vice President, Secretary, and Treasurer. Would you want me to read off
Yeah, lead out the names.
Okay, so John Vires for President, Terry Me for Vice President, Secretary Mike Bernard, and Treasurer Rita Trainer.
I'll second.
So we have a motion by Fahey and a second by Kelly. Any discussion? Mike, would you call the roll?
Congrats.
Commissioner Morrow?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Hodgkinson?
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey?
Yes.
President Vires?
Yes.
Thank you.
Item number 2, I'm going to appoint the subcommittee and liaison members. So to the subcommittees, the Finance Committee, I reappoint Jane Hodgkinson. To Buildings and Ground, I reappoint John Kelly. It's a lifetime appointment. Liaisons to the DuPage Historical Museum, I reappoint myself. And to the Cosley Zoo Foundation, I appoint Kevin Fahey. Move on to new business, item number 1. Does somebody have?
Yes.
No, the whole McCown.
I got to take, did we take the roll? I did, I apologize. I lost track of that.
So moving on to new business, we'll go to ordinance, item number 1, ordinance 2018-02. Does somebody have a motion ready?
I move to approve the disposal and sale of personal property owned by the Wheaton Park District.
Second.
So we have a motion by Morrow, motion by Fahey, second by Morrill. Any discussion?
I just have a question. So, Mike, what do we do? Does this go to auction, or does each piece get disposed of differently, or?
If the piece has value and is an item that's conducive to auction, we've been relying solely on auction for disposal of property, and it's been very successful for us. If it's truly garbage, we dispose of it.
Okay, so my question just concerns the one-year-old golf skates.
We
Do we have a buyer for those? or-
No, that is a unique item. We declared them surplus on the based on the need to negotiate a return to the
Okay,
seller.
that's why I asked. I had heard that if we tried them for a year, we could return them. I want
We
to make sure
we
they weren't
returned them
getting
to the
junked.
we returned them to the seller. We negotiated a settlement for the return of them, and this is a piece of housekeeping related to that because we
fine.
did own them and now we need to not
Okay.
own them.
Great.
Thanks.
Terry?
Yeah, and if any members of the public wish to see the items listed under ordinance 2018-02, there are several hundred of them, and, they can peruse them at their leisure.
Mike, I think we have a motion by Fahey and a second by Morrill. Would you call the roll, please?
Yes, sir. Commissioner Me?
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Hodgkinson?
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrill?
Yes.
President Vires?
Yes. Move on to item 2, Williams Architects. Does somebody have a motion ready?
Yeah, I'll move that we enter into a professional services agreement with Williams Architects for the design of the Memorial Park development project in an amount not to exceed $459,000.
Second.
Okay, so a motion by Kelly, second by Fahey. Is there any discussion?
No, I just wanted to thank Rob for his hard work in negotiating out the right price for that job.
And thank you, too, John Kelly, for, assisting in that regard.
Yeah, I'd second that. Thanks, John.
Any other discussion? Okay, Mike, would you call the roll?
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Hodgkinson?
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrill?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
President Vires?
Yes. Item 3, bid results for the Central Athletic Complex lobby. Somebody have a motion ready?
Yeah, I'll move that we reject all bids and we rebid the project in early 2019.
Second.
So we have a motion by Kelly, second by Hodgkinson. Any discussion, Terry?
Just a question for Mike. Mike, I thought that we were going to bring this back a little bit earlier, but what was the rationale behind not going out until early 2019?
a combination of wanting to seek a bid time frame that would most likely yield multiple bidders as opposed to the very busy time we put this out this time, as well as doing our best to not interrupt our busiest season in the facility that would need to be impacted by closures with the construction.
Cool. And I know that we had a lot of discussion about that at our subcommittee meeting, so I thought it would be nice to have that for the record. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
More discussion? Mike, would you call the roll?
I think we can just
Voice vote, okay. All those in favor of rejecting, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Move on to item 4, the bid results from the Seven Gables Park Path Project. That's a mouthful. Does anybody want to make a motion? Kevin?
I'll move to approve the Seven Gables Park Path project. That's for us to accept the bid from Chadwick Contracting for $104,500 plus a 10% contingency amount of $10,450.
Second.
So we have a motion by Fahey, second by me. Any discussion?
It'll be nice when it's done.
I'll just mention that the idea behind this project is to hopefully maybe alleviate some of the parking issues in the neighborhood by making the paths a little bit more accessible so that people could park on the eastern edge of the park and then perambulate across the park on newly formed paths. So hopefully we'll make a little bit of dent in the parking issue in the neighborhood there. Okay, we have a motion by Fahey, second by me. Mike, would you call the roll?
Commissioner Hodgkinson?
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrow?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly?
Abstain.
President Vires?
Yes. Item number 5, the rice pool boilers. Somebody have a motion ready?
I'd move to authorize the staff to purchase 2 Raypak P-3001 boilers at a cost of $32,064 from Aquagon, Inc.
Second.
So we have a motion by me, a second by Fahey. Is there any discussion?
Probably should have added that they were for the rice pool boiler replacement.
Yeah, and I'd like to thank John Kelly on this. That's, with his recommendation, saving us a lot of money. So, appreciate that.
Hence the lifetime
I think
appointment.
that was Rob's recommendation.
Was that Rob?
That was Rob.
With that, too.
No, I
you know?
didn't. I just agreed with him.
Take the credit, John. Take the credit.
I just agreed with him.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks, Rob.
Okay, so we have a motion by me, second by Fahey. Mike, would you call the roll?
Commissioner Fahey?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrow?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly?
I have to abstain again.
Commissioner Hodgkinson?
Yes.
President Vires?
Yes. Item number 6, the pool chemicals purchasing. Somebody have a motion ready?
Yeah, I move that we reject all bids for the calcium hypochlorite.
Second.
So a motion by Kelly, a second by Morrill. Any discussion? Nope. I think we'll do a voice vote then. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 7, more pool chemicals purchasing. Is there an additional motion?
Yeah, I'll move now that we approve the purchase of AccuTab Blue SI 3 1/8-inch tabs at a cost of $118 per 55-pound pail and a delivery charge of $15.95 per shipment.
I'll second.
Motion by Kelly, second by Fahey. Any discussion? Mike, would you call the roll?
Commissioner Morrow?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Hodgkinson?
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey?
Yes.
President Vires?
Yes. Item number 8, the policy review for the security camera and video surveillance. Does somebody want to make a motion there?
I would do so. I would move to approve the amendment to the security camera and video surveillance use policy under the general park use ordinance of the Wheaton Park District.
Second.
Motion by me, second by Fahey. Any discussion?
Mike, remind us, I know we discussed this at the subcommittee. Why were was this a new requirement that we were putting it in?
Up to this point, we lacked a formal policy concerning our use of surveillance cameras in our facility, and the ongoing video camera upgrade and installation and alarm project that is being undertaken this year prompted bringing it to the front burner of the stove, as it were.
I couldn't remember exactly why. Thank you.
Okay, so we have a motion by me and a second by Fahey. Mike, would you call the roll?
Commissioner Mee,
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Hodgkinson,
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey,
Yes.
Commissioner Morrow,
Yes.
President Vires.
Yes. Item 9, Finance Department Staffing Review. Somebody have a motion ready?
Move to approve the authorized change and related increase in expense of a vacant finance assistant position from part-time to full-time.
Second.
Motion by Fahey, second by Morrill. Any discussion? Mike, do you want to comment on the consultant's work on this?
Sure. We, the Park District has grown in operations over the last 11 years, and we undertook, with the board's approval, an analysis of staffing levels in relationship to work output in our finance department several months ago. Staff had some recommendations that were concurred with by our outside consultant concerning upsizing a few staff accounting positions in order to be able to get the job done on a month-to-month basis going forward. So that brings us to the present moment in this vote.
Okay, we have a motion by Fahey, second by Morrill. Mike, would you call the roll?
Commissioner Kelly,
Yes.
Commissioner Hodgkinson.
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey.
Yes.
Commissioner Morrow.
Yes.
Commissioner Mee.
Yes.
President Vires.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on to the reports from staff. Do you have anything to report, Mike?
Simply commend to your attention the 2019 budget and appropriation development calendar, which is in your packet. As you know, that is one of the largest and most time-consuming aspects of being a park board member is shepherding staff through that process of developing an annual operating budget and appropriation, including capital expenditures. So you have some commitments that are outlined in that budget development proposal timeline document. Other than that, the first item on the budget development calendar will be in June next month. You will see your 2017 audit, as well as your annual review of our finance policies, which kicks off the entire process. And then it concludes in December with the filing of our budget and appropriation ordinance, our tax levy, and all of the related documents with the county clerk that allow us to levy and collect taxes.
Move on to the finance, zoo, and DuPage County Historical Museum reports. Do any commissioners have comments on those?
I do. Yeah, I just wanted to tell Sue congratulations. I remember when I first got on the board, and the Cosley Zoo operated at a six-figure deficit, and to see $450,000 of profit or, revenues over expenses, that's in 9 years, that's phenomenal. So, great job.
Terry.
Just regarding staff reports, before I comment on the other annual reports, I had an opportunity to attend the annual demo day at Arrowhead. Andy and all who were involved, good job. Another nice turnout. Mother Nature, didn't help us necessarily, but it was still a good turnout. So, good job on that. And I've still received comments, from people as recently as today, about how well that went. People out in Geneva, as a matter of fact. I noticed that, and I just want to say I also attended the kite event on May 5th. That was another nice job by staff, another well-attended event, a lot of kites flying, and I don't think the weather could have been any better for it. So all of you, were part of that, so nice job. I wasn't part of it, but I know that the first wine tasting event planned for our, newer outside patio area went off well. Any thoughts or comments about that? Didn't we have, Margie, over about 105 people or so attend?
We had over 100.
Good.
Fortunately, we couldn't use the
Say it again,
patio
please.
up until about 20 minutes before it was to start.
Unfortunately, we got rained out and had to go
Oh,
inside
I thought we
because
were
of the
outside
weather.
for a while.
But
Okay.
then it stopped, and then they did kind of,
Okay.
hang out there, but
Good.
we had to bring the event inside.
Okay, all right, my error. I thought that, we were able to use it for a while before the rain hit. But anyway, so you were pleased with the turnout for our
Over
first
100,
one?
it was great.
Good deal. And I know that the two, Wheaton Public High Schools didn't apparently use the community center for their safe celebrations this year. I think they did last year, but St. Francis used it.
Yes.
And did it go off well?
Went perfectly.
Cool. That's good. That's all I would have on staff reports. John, did you want to save the
Now you
comments?
can move on to the zoo and to the historical museum as
Okay,
well.
Ray,
too.
did you have something for them?
Now, the only thing I would like to congratulate the staff on the Ronald McDonald Welcome Guide. I'd appreciate to see a copy of it. I think that's a great idea. Very, very nicely done. Thank you. That's all I have.
You talking about the guide that we,
The Ronald
something
McDonald-
different than what we got?
It's the Ronald McDonald Welcome Guide.
No, I know.
I don't remember seeing it before. Have we?
Yeah, there was, Mike, you
We'll
disseminated
get, Ray, we'll
something.
get you a hard copy.
Okay. That's what I'm looking for.
Yes, sir.
It's a nice thought. It's a nice gesture. And thank you.
Sue, thanks for your work. And I assume you had other staff work on the annual report. Nice message, again. And, I thought that the addition of the page, 2 pages on a master plan, I think, if that report is available, to the public, and presuming it is on the website, it's a good, capsulization of what it's all about. So nice job. And Michelle, your report, it certainly helps me to see, that, we have pretty good visitor, from visitors from all over the place. So I think that's pretty cool. So you two must be doing a good job of getting the word out. But keep doing it. I'm looking at our revenues, and, I think they're always going to fluctuate. But, museums are sometimes a tough sell, but, keep after it. And congratulations. That's all I got, John.
John, anything?
Nothing else.
Jane?
I just wanted to congratulate the staff again on the work, the green team's work on the water quality flag. And I know that Kay has been relating to me how much you guys have been doing, and she is, again, really enthusiastic about the staff at the Wheaton Park District from everybody that she has contact with. So congratulations again. I would love for us to put up some signs that explain the value of permeable paving to the public and why we do it. Similar to what the Arboretum does, because I hear from people that they think that we're going to an unnecessary expense. And, our record has been that that's actually a cheaper way to go, and it's better for the environment, and it certainly improves flooding, which is always a concern in a town that was formerly known as Mudhole. So, thank you. Thanks again.
Yeah, Michelle, thank you for your report. And Sue, this is phenomenal. This is coffee table worthy. Really. I will. So do you have extra copies? And then where do you put them without the time?
He's got a lot of coffee tables.
Well, here, so I just think, the citizens of Wheaton, I mean, this is really incredible. Not just Wheaton, DuPage County and all over. So this is really an incredible piece that when you're going out to raise funds, do you hand this? I mean, this is really well done. And so thank you for this.
It will be on our website as well.
Yeah, which is great, but coffee table. But I love the fact you changed the mission and your vision. So as we're developing and growing, and you change that as we're moving forward, and I just thought that was pretty awesome. Also, I noticed we do not have anybody from Mississippi. So how do we get representation from Mississippi? People from home. And then one other quick thing, husbandry.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Husbandry is general care, the feeding, the cleaning, the medical. It kind of encompasses all that care,
Okay.
general term.
Yeah, I got it. I read it. I'm like, husbandry. I could.
We're all about
piece the-
education.
Yes. Right. Well, very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Sue. Just want to comment on the museum report for a moment. Just a couple of items. The casino night Michelle, record-breaking, right, this year? I forget what the attendance was, but remind me of,
So I actually was gone for that on leave,
oh,
but
that's right, you were.
I was there,
was
and
over
there
100.
there were
It was like
probably more people in
150.
that auditorium that should have been in that auditorium. But hopefully, no one from the fire marshal's office is listening right now. It was very well exceeded all of our expectations for attendance, and was just a wonderful event, and did break fundraising records for the museum. Very well done.
And then on tap, we have in the fall, we're doing an Oktoberfest at Memorial Park, right?
October 13th.
October 13th, so that'll be fabulous. There's a little bit of momentum on the fundraising side. I attended the volunteer dinner that was at the museum a couple weeks ago, and our own Larry Kamichik was recognized as the Volunteer of the Year. Was that? Over 500 hours of service. I told him I had good news and bad news for him. The good news is we were going to name a park after him. The bad news is he had to be dead first. And so he said there was no hurry. We didn't have to do that right away. All right, before we adjourn, is there any other
I had a question for Michelle, since you brought up, because, Michelle, where would that be? Special events is blank in the revenues, so where did the money from the casino night go?
So that's actually part of the foundation budget, which is on the,
Okay, so it's not in the,
There's an
Correct.
operating budget and there's a foundation budget.
okay. So what was the special event the last few years that was showing up in our budget?
so we actually had we had some painting and wine events and
Okay.
Lego train event, which is every 2 years, but they actually passed on this year, and so we have them contracted for next year. So some of those is just kind of the way it fell last year.
Okay.
But page 17 is the budget that has the casino night in it.
Any other further comments? Nope. Okay.
Well, Sue came up. Did you, I'm sorry, Michelle. Are you done?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Sue came up, and I don't know if you wanted to say anything.
Thank you, Michelle.
Sue. Thanks, Michelle.
No.
Did you have anything to?
She was up in case you had a question that the folks at home
Other than
needed to hear.
husbandry?
Needed to hear the answer through the microphone.
Got it.
Okay, let's simmer down, Fahey, before I use the gavel. Then we got a motion to adjourn ready.
So moved.
All right, motion by Atkinson, second by Kelly. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right.